The Japanese city of Sapporo lies on the banks of the Ishikari River on the island of Hokkaido. This cool corner of Japan abounds with gifts that change with the seasons. Once home to the indigenous Ainu people, the bountiful island of Hokkaido has long lured settlers across the Tsugaru Strait from the main island of Honshu. Today, the prefecture's capital city is renowned for its thriving culinary scene, gorgeous green spaces, and magical yearly snow festival. Now let's take a trip to Sapporo.
Make your way to one of the most iconic attractions, the Sapporo Clock Tower. The clock tower, located at the intersection of the city's public transport system, is widely known as a historical and cultural symbol of Sapporo, alongside the former Hokkaido government office. Built in 1878, the tower is not only the oldest clock tower in the entire Japan, but also the oldest building standing in Sapporo. This quintessential Western-style wooden structure is among a few surviving evidential proof of the American cultural interference in Japan. Originally served as a military drill hall for Sapporo Agricultural College, the tower's construction was heavily influenced by Western frontier architecture, with classic wooden plank and shining vermilion roof. The clock was installed in July 1881 and officially went into operation a month later. Since then, it had played numerous significant roles, including being a multifunctional facility for the Agricultural College, an office and library for the Hokkaido Association of Education, the headquarters of the Hokkaido Teachers Union, before being declared as an important cultural property in 1976 and became a permanent museum in 19. The clock tower today is a main feature of almost all domestic and international travel tours of Sapporo. The structure is well preserved, and the clock continues to run with the chimes that can be heard every hour. The interior remains as it was a century and a half ago, evokes nostalgic feelings. The exhibition hall on the first floor houses the museum, introducing the history of Agricultural College, the development of Sapporo, and the history of the building itself, including its construction process, background, building materials, involved people, etc. The whole second floor is an auditorium with other exhibits. It is allowed to be acquired for private purpose and events, which usually are music concerts and other cultural events. Public visitors can also have a sight of the clockwork mechanism and a displaying model of the clock. The last noticeable exhibit on the second floor space is a statue of Dr. William Smith Clark, architect of the tower and former president of Sapporo Agricultural College in 1876, a dignified American gentleman renowned for his contribution to the development of early Sapporo.
Jingu Shrine, a deeply spiritual place of inner beauty and refined elegance with 4 deities. When walking toward the shrine, you will pass through a torii gate, symbolizing the passage from the earth into the sacred. Avoid walking through the center because that is called the causeway of the gods. This also applies when you take photographs of the torii. Avoid shooting from this central path. Once reaching the temple, leave an enma, a prayer or a wish that the shrine's gods are said to receive. It is also said that one of the best places to view cherry blossoms in northern Japan is Hokkaido Jingu. During the season when cherry blossoms in the area bloom, the shrine is crowded with people enjoying hanami, a Japanese traditional custom of enjoying the transient beauty of flowers.
You do not experience the onsen bath at Jojanki Onsen, the hot spring paradise of Japanese. It would be a pity for the trip to Japan. In Japan, the famous hot spring bathing areas are mostly formed from pure spring in areas with active volcanoes. These hot spring areas attract not only Japanese people, but also tourists from all over the world, because there is nothing more interesting than soaking in hot water in the middle of romantic autumn scenes. The onsen waters of Jojanki were discovered in 1866 and now is one of the famous hot springs located inside Shikosu Toya National Park between the high cliffs of the Toyohira River. The town is only 1 hour outside the central Sapporo, making it a popular side trip from the city. As the result, Jojanki is rather developed compared to smaller onsen towns in Hokkaido. Its spring source is not simply a natural water source, but also a source of water taken from an underground circuit. Hot spring leftover from dormant volcanoes crept through each cliff, bringing warmth to the crystal clear rock pools, creating a source of smoky hot water. In the cold weather in Sapporo, being immersed in the white fuming lakes gives visitors a great feeling of relaxation. Besides being an onsen destination, Jojanki is a popular fall-color destination when the trees along the valleys and inside the valleys turn into brilliant yellows and reds. The Jojanki region, with its magical Jojanki onsen and romantic autumn scenery, offer visitors wonderfully relaxing moments. Traveling to Japan in autumn while soaking in the smoky hot lake, listening to the chirping birds and the faint scent of leaves, the scene is incredibly moving. That is to say, Jojanki Onsen, hot spring paradise, will be an ideal destination for anyone, even the most demanding guest, when traveling to Japan in the autumn.
Enjoying outdoor activities even in winter, that's Sapporo style, and the highlight of events in Sapporo is the Sapporo Snow Festival. Since its start in 1950, the Sapporo Snow Festival has been an annually celebrated winter tradition. The main attraction at this event is the various size snow sculptures. Welcoming up to 5 meters of snow yearly, Sapporo is in a region with hefty snowfall. Each year, 30,000 tons of snow are gathered to make impressive snow sculptures using heavy machinery. Here you can find a range of sculptures with different themes. Some of these include sculptures inspired by famous buildings and World Heritage sites such as Japanese castles, sculptures that use Japanese and Hokkaido Prefecture's culture as a motive, and sculptures inspired by Japanese subcultures, centering around sports, movies, manga, anime, and gaming. people from all around the world come to see these sculptures. In 2019, the total number of guests who visited the event was said to be approximately 2.73 million. It's a special festival where you can enjoy the snow, cold weather, and Hokkaido's charm.
Hokkaido has become another word for delicious taste, and Sapporo is the place where various delicious foods are gathered from all over Hokkaido. Curb Market consists of nearly 80 stores and restaurants lined up along several blocks just outside Sapporo Central Wholesale Market. One of the city's largest public markets, the Curb Market specializes in Hokkaido seafood, especially crab, such as king crab, blue king crab, golden king crab, Hanasaki crab, and hair crab. There are also famous shops that boast the largest sales of melons in Hokkaido, and you will find impressive areas of dry cuts of melons ready for consumption. Get off at the New Chenkan station around 10 minutes via the subway Tozai line from Odiri station, and the Cup Market is a 7-minute walk. The market shop caters to both local and tourists alike and have a good selection at reasonable prices. Some stores also have staff who can speak English, Chinese, and Thai, and these are popular among foreign visitors. Like other seafood markets around Japan, an excellent way to experience the market's offering is to have a meal of crab and other seafood served right on the spot, because most fish stores come with the dining hall. These 20 or so restaurants are ballasting with several locals during lunchtime, so try to avoid this hour. The Nature Market is a popular destination with good access that you may drop by when sightseeing in the city. This market in downtown Sapporo is a famous market that was first established in the early Meiji period and is the place to go if you are eager to experience Hokkaido taste of the season. The avenue facing the Minami Nicho Street is home to shops with more than 100 years of history, and is a market with history that all customers come to visit. Have a go at the sashimi, top rice, and sushi that make full use of fresh seafood just arriving in the morning. Or have crabs still crawling in the water tanks boiled on the spot. You may often come across customers chatting with the staff about the history of the area around Nicho Market. They will recommend shops offering several local delicacies, such as curry soup, Ganis canned mutton. After stating the local dishes, try your time by enjoying a coffee or hot milk in Sapporo local stores.
Lastly, do not forget to treat your sweet tooth with some of the Japanese best loved confection at Shiroi Koibito Park. Shiroi Koibito in Japanese is literally interpreted as white lover. This is a Western style cookie consisting of white or milk chocolate sandwiched between two langue de chat or ladyfinger biscuits. The sweet is manufactured and sold by Japanese confectionery maker Ishiya Co. Limited, becoming one of the most popular pastries of Sapporo. In 1986, Shiroi Koibito gained the first prize in Monde Selection, a Belgian annual award for food, drinks, and cosmetics products. The Shiroi Koibito theme park was founded by Isao Ishimizu in 1976. The park is a harmony of Hokkaido and British cultural characters as a fascination of the founder. The most well-known activity here is the factory tour, where the visitors find themselves delighted by the producing process of the famous confection at the Chocotopia factory and the evolution of chocolate making introduced in a projection mapping show at the Chocotopia house. Tourists are able to try taking part in the production line by attending cookie and chocolate making courses at the Dream Kitchen Workshop and the study-based Cocoa Pot, which also include a tasting session afterwards. For a bit of luxury, customers can visit Oxford Chocolate Lounge, where they can enjoy decadent freshly made desserts or a simple hot chocolate to recharge the battery. If it seems to be unaffordable, tourists can also choose from various other new-look stores, making and selling all kinds of colorful sweet products, such as the Piccadilly Shop or the Candy Label. The towering mechanical clock in the courtyard gives signals for the chocolate carnival. It takes place for approximately 10 minutes at the top of every hour and involves a parade of animatronics and mechanical dolls. This exotic toy exhibition is a hit with young visitors, alongside the Gulliver Town play area. Last but not least, the place is overwhelmed with photography-friendly attractions, displays of chocolate-related valuables, the Magical Marché exit waiting at the end of the Chocotopia factory tour, the Tudor house, and various photo spots outside covered with seasonal scenery of springtime flowers or winter snowmen are all ready to be captured by the eyes of the beholders.
Few places are as open-hearted as the city of Sapporo. Its summer overflows with lush green spaces, cultural celebrations, and culinary innovations. In winter, despite the bitter cold, this city lights up with a communal warmth that shines across all of Hokkaido. That is Sapporo, a city that keeps on giving in sunshine and in snow. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you again in our future projects. Until next time.